How do we make electrical circuits that work as calculators, mobile phones, computers, run our modern digital world? Well, if you haven't already seen my first video on potential dividers, then go back and have a look at that. Otherwise, let's dive into some problems. Potential dividers are the building blocks of all of this. Remember that all it does really is divide the potential. The potential divider divides the potential between two resistors. We're going to want to design circuits, so that we need to be able to predict how the potential divider will work. You should already know basically how to do this. Here are three circuits. What are the potential differences on the voltmeters? Try doing them all. Well, pause if you're still going. I'm going to do the first one the long way. The total resistance, RT, is 10 ohms plus 10 ohms, which is 20 ohms. So the potential difference across the 20 ohms is 6 volts. Since R equals V over I equals V over R, which tells us the current in the circuit is 0.3 amps. So for a 10 ohm resistor with 0.3 amps running through it, V equals IR, so V equals 0.3 times 10, which is 3 volts. Maybe you went the quick way. There's an equation, V out equals V total multiplied by R out over R total. So in this case, V out equals 6 multiplied by 10 divided by 10 plus 10, which is 6 times 0.5, which is 3 volts. Maybe you were even quicker, seeing that the resistors were the same, so you just split the PD in two, giving 3 volts. Whichever you did, that's fine. Let me clear this working. On to the second one now. I'll use the short equation this time. So V out equals 6 times 20 over 30, which is 4 volts. So 6 volts is shared as 4 volts here and 2 volts here. You may also see the pattern in this one. R2 is double R1, so V2 is double V1. Just using ratios, we might know immediately that the voltages are 2 and 4 volts. The last one is not so simple, but let's just use the equation. So V out equals 6 times 20 over 120. Which is 6 times 1 over 6, which cancels out luckily to give me 1 volt. That means this is 5 volts as it's 6 minus 1. But I want to just check that quickly. Yep, that works. If you could solve those problems, then you pretty much understand potential dividers. If not, go back and look at these again. Look at the previous video where we were introducing potential dividers and get yourself ready so that in the next videos we can try and make these potential dividers respond to the world around them.